I flew over to Berlin under cover of darkness, didn't tell anyone I was going, didn't tell anyone why I was going to be there.
We locked ourselves basically in a room, 11 hours, trying to imagine what a boxing fan needs.
We said, look at the depth, look at the fighters, there has to be something bigger.
Why not do a multi-fight tournament?
Modified round robin, cut it down to 6, this thing could work.
It was very clear that the network had invested its time and money into the super middleweight division. You kind of figured there was something brewing. I knew that Ken Hirschman had gone to Germany. I wasn't sure why he went to Germany. I found it to be unusual.
It's difficult enough to make one big fight. I didn't think you could get 5 promoters to ever agree on anything. Confidentiality was key, secrecy was key.
I believe it was later on July 4th weekend, not typically the busiest time of boxing. I got a copy of Showtime's agreement. They had all of the details. Here are the matchups, here are the dates, and here's where they're going to take place. This was so interesting and so revolutionary, and had so many good guys in it, it was hard not to be totally pumped up about it.
Contracts weren't even signed yet when he was printing this on his website. Most people that work at Showtime had no idea.
Somebody in the inner circle of promoters faxed pages of it. It was the ultimate betrayal of the entire group. We never found out who did it. I would love to know, but it didn't work. We lived through it. Nothing matched that moment when we brought all the fighters out and said, hey, the world should take note.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you the Super 6 World Boxing Classic Super Middleweights.
What's always good for boxing when the best fight the best?
I think it's sensational. It's just exciting for a guy that loves fighting.
You get a tournament like this, round robin. What better way to establish world champion?
You make a list of, I want to see this fight, I want to see that fight, I want to see this fight. Well, chances are, if you're talking super middleweights, those fights are in this tournament.
2 months later, the promoters converge on New York for the fight before the fight.
I don't want to act like I'm spoiled, but most of the big meetings that we've had for this tournament has happened right here in this chair. I try not to ever leave this beautiful plane. Right now, we're on our way to New York to the Showtime offices, where we're going to take the next step to the Super 6 World Boxing Classic, I say.
Just the name Super 6 is just on everyone's lips, and I'm very excited. You know, Carl just come off a massive marquee win in the US against Jermain Taylor, where him and me, fighter and promoter, put everything on the line. Now, to take his title into this tournament was a huge deal to us. This is sensational for world boxing. Carl Froch realises that.
In England, champion Carl Froch is already planning for his impending victory.
So after I've beat Andre Dirrell, I'm going to come in here and have a
celebration drink. Just get it over with, will you? Don't leave it till the last 14 seconds. My heart can't take it.
Hey, your mum was crying, going, Rachel, this has never happened before. This is not meant to happen.
My son don't get knocked down.
Well, that was the first time I've ever been knocked down in my professional career. I was hearing the cheers. You know, I was thinking, I want to silence this crowd. A lot of people fold under pressure, but I love the pressure. When that adrenaline's released from the spinal cord and the fluid goes into your blood, it gives you that pump and that lift and your hairs stand up and, you know, I feel indestructible. I just want to do some damage. 80% of my opponents have been knocked out.
Time.
For Andre Dirrell to come over to Nottingham and fight a world champion of my stature, it's a very big ask. You know, all I can do is wish him luck. Over in America, I didn't have the crowd. And I showed everybody what I'm made of. And that was the first big fight she'd seen me in. She was there looking all emotional, like smiling and crying with a blue dress on. Got about 1 million hits that did on YouTube. Thank you, babe. For me to be at home, so it's going to definitely be a massive factor.
I can't wait to see your fight in Nottingham. I've never been to the arena.
You're in for a shock.
I know.
There's about 8,000 screaming fans in Nottingham.
It's the biggest crowd you've ever played in front of, Scott.
10,
10.
is that it?
9 of them were family.
This venue would be my dream as a professional athlete, to box, centre of the pitch, the City Ground. When I fight Mikkel Kessler, this is where it could take place, on this very pitch. That'd be awesome. Words will not be able to put into. In fact, I'm getting the tingly vibes now talking about it. So I might try and do a few skills.
This is a great way to begin a day where I have to sit in the room with 5 promoters. This is, actually maybe a fitting way.
Jermain's used to going from the best to the best. He's had a run that's been difficult. This is an opportunity for total redemption. He wins this tournament, he's back on top of the world.
You're never going to be completely happy with any agreement when there's 5 other guys who are also signing off on it. What I'm very confident about is all promoters, whatever one thinks about them personally, we're all in this tournament to make this a success for boxing.
I don't trust any promoter. What we do, you can't be friends. It's an impossibility. If I have the top fighter, they want the top fighter. It's boxing. There's going to be something explosive, and it may not just be in the ring.
Oh, thank goodness everyone showed up.
Yeah, well, it's good to see that we're the first.
Far from his home in Flint, Michigan, Andre Dirrell prepares for the first real test of his young career.
I wanted the WBC belt. Carl Froch was in line. He had the belt. That's what I wanted. They can say we haven't fought anybody. We haven't been tested yet. I know I work hard enough, sacrifice enough. That belt means so much to me. They could have easily picked somebody else, but I was chosen. I'm gonna have some fun when we get in that ring. I love to burn. I love to be punching the bag and my arms is on fire.
All this hard work for Froch, man.
And actually keep going while my arms is burning because I know I'm getting exactly what I need.
Time! We're gonna be on TV every second, every minute. We need them all.
Picking on. Probably when I was 5, 6 years old, my grandfather would let us go in the gym and watch my uncle train.
My father brought us all up together and has been looking forward to getting a championship, and the time is now.
Come on, come around. One for both of y'all, man.
It's been a dream of my father's, a dream of our whole family.
My grandfather started boxing when he was 15. That's all he knew when he grew up, and that's all he knew to teach us. Boxing been in our whole family.
For the title, for the title.
For my grandfather, I wouldn't be here.
Time. We got 200 on that one.
Everything that I'm doing is, of course, for me, but I do it all for him to see a smile on his face.
Bring the camera back some. We can't see y'all.
We want to see everybody, Granddaddy. Granddaddy. Turn the TV up for my grandfather, please.
Hey, Leon, I want you to chill out, man. You gonna make these people think we got a retarded kid.
Don't know when to stop, man.
Man, that's my son on the right. That's my daddy, and of course, and then that's my other nephew.
He's the Silver Gloves champion.
Both of them fight.
I've raised 2 champions. Now I got 2 more beside me. I got 2 more coming on. So we'll never be without champions.
Hey, Daddy, the people want to know what you think Andre need to do to whoop Carl Froch.
All he got to do is what I taught him. Seriously.
Yeah.
We're gonna whoop him. We're gonna whoop them all. Yeah. Too bad we all can't fight them all in one night. Get it over with. Get it over with.
So this is being built in London, actually.
Great.
Where we found a
Everything
silversmith.
seems to be in Europe and not in the US.
Yeah.
Gary, it saves on the shipping. If it stays in Europe, it's going to stay in Europe, isn't it? I mean,
Not a chance.
Well, I only see one problem with this.
Doesn't have Andre Ward's name etched in it yet.
Exactly.
You have a lot of nice smiles and handshakes right now, but as soon as we start getting into the heat of the action, it's going to be very much like the fighters because there's a lot at stake.
Now, this is, to me, the most important issue we have to close today. Andre Ward never travels.
What I've just learned today, actually, was that Ward was apparently big-mouthing it here, that, you know, his promoter had done a great job and got him the free fights here. Well, that's just not right.
It's a testament to my team, Antonio Leonard, Dan Goosen, and James Prince. They're working tirelessly to be able to make something like that happen.
For a fighter to go on air and say something like that is putting not only Ken in a very difficult spot, but the rest of the promoters, because it's almost as if their team's not doing the job they should be doing.
You gotta understand with Ward. Ward's very much involved.
He didn't help my situation by saying what he said on the broadcast.
What did he say?
I get to be at home for my 3 fights, and it's a big advantage for me. My phone was lit up after that. Something he should have just kept his mouth shut about.
Away from his home in Arkansas, the smallest of moments in training camp can be the most precious for Jermain Taylor.
Hey, y'all.
Where have you been?
I've been taking care of some business. What y'all doing?
Hey, stop talking to me.
She's just looking at herself in the camera. Do you miss Daddy, Tyra? All right, say bye, Daddy.
No.
Bye-bye.
No.
I gotta go, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later, okay?
No.
See what y'all started. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Go on with this interview on. I got tired. I was doing good. Then all of a sudden I was just so tired. Like I couldn't throw anything, and then he throwing all these punches, and he kept hitting me. Boom, boom. I just remember my head going back and just thinking like, okay, I gotta throw something, then boom. And I fall. And they stop it. It's something that you never get over. You come that close to being super middleweight champion. I'll never forget that. Never forget it. I went to the doctor. We had every test in the world. They said that the only reason why I get so tired in those later rounds is because I'm losing the weight so fast. So I said, well, you know, what's the best way to start getting weight down? The best way to get weight down is eat better. Eat whites and fruit. It's every day. It's not the best of meals, but you know, you get kind of used to it the way you start missing it. You know what I mean?
You can stand flat foot and jump up on top of the ring now.
So are you gonna prove it to me? I'll prove it to you.
You know, at first he had them little bird legs, and now you see, now he got a calf.
Run it out. Just I have to change 100%. Not just a little here, a little there, a little here, a little there. Change the whole environment. Change the way you train, change the way you think. I know I'm an underdog in this tournament. I should be. A win in Germany, that means everything. I want to send a statement. You don't want none of me. I'm back. I don't have any pressure. This is just for me. These next 2 years, just for Jermain.
I just want to go through.
Let's play out this
I
one.
want to play out Dan's.
Haven't you ever heard of Velcro?
I don't have Velcro. This is his.
Jermaine's the huge loser in this new
Well, he has.
incarnation.
Everyone gives up something, but yes, Jermain has a tougher fight next.
Abraham to Kessler, that's fucking unbelievable. Going to the kid and saying you got to go from Germany to Denmark, that's a non-starter unless the money was extraordinary. Extraordinary.
And I'm happy to put a 50-50 split with him, and don't worry, financially he's better off.
Yeah, you're right.
I saw DeBella and Kaylee Sauerland trying to make a deal like, you come to Denmark and I can guarantee you'll make more money.
I have an older fighter, relatively speaking. Jermain doesn't want to be fighting at 40 years old. So maybe if I'm going to him, and partially Callie and I sitting down and talking about this, maybe dollars and cents dictate that this can get done.
I guess you could say I was cutting a quick deal, but that's how I react to quick problems, quick deals.
I got to make a phone call.
Moving up in weight for the tournament, Arthur Abraham remembers what brought him to boxing.
I love Mike Tyson. I became a boxer because of Mike Tyson. I am 16. I see in TV his fights, and I say, oh, this is good. My dog name is Mike Tyson. I love my dog. He won't play, you see? Das ist mein Geschenk.
That's my present if I beat Taylor.
Well, it's already in your garage. Ich habe ihn noch nie gefahren, sagt.
I have not driven him yet.
Really no. My fans is important is wichtig, ne?
Yep.
My fans is very important for me, yes.
Dankeschön.
Der Stift. She's for you good, no? My next fight with Taylor, for me, very hard fight. He's very dangerous.
Ganz tough.
He's very strong.
Good luck. Thank you.
I need to fight and I need to be clever. My dream is I become a big name in America. What is this? Car. Car is nothing. House is nothing. The name is more important than everything else. You can win, and you have a good name. I won't win against Taylor. I am too hungry. One good name is everything. This is my next dream.
So basically, we will agree to the change.
Well,
and my kid's a warrior, and he'll do it.
I understand
My
that.
job is to maximize the money. I've been given the marching orders. I'm going to maximize the money, and I'll do it.
Here's the problem. Remember what I sold our fighters on was this group.
Dan, it's not good enough just say, I have a contract and Andre Ward won't listen to any kind of conversation.
It goes beyond
That's
that,
silly.
Ken. It goes beyond that, okay? But that's a great starting point.
Obviously, your guy is not willing to fight everybody in the tournament.
No, don't say that, okay? Because you're wrong again, Gary. Did you know about any of the scenarios?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, neither did I.
Goose, if you got a contractual problem, we should deal with it now.
Nobody's trying to do anything
bull
behind
crap.
anyone's back.
Bull crap.
I don't want to be an asshole, but Alan Grain's available.
Hey, look, I mean...
Definitely available.
You know...
Why don't you give Dan a chance to call?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm not making any calls now. Okay, this isn't something that I do over the phone. I gotta, I'm gonna be seeing him Thursday.
4 o'clock, I'll be there.
Look, Dan's main point is that he's got to talk to his guy. I understand that, but at the same time, we've all put in sacrifices, so let's see what comes back.
With issues still unresolved, but the mood optimistic, the promoters gather together one last time.
Hollywood Dan Goosen had to return to LA, and he's got to come back to us with some answers. But knowing Ward, and he's got that gold medal mentality, and Goosen talks a good game, but they'll be there. They're not going anywhere.
We're the only sport that one loss is devastating to a career.
And it's ridiculous. These guys are fighting the best fighters in the world. They're all matched up tough. Someone's going to lose. Doesn't mean you're not a great fighter, and it doesn't mean you shouldn't be interested in the guy's next fight.
Boxing as a sport, if we don't start thinking like this more often, thinking out of the box, they're going to put us in a box and bury us.
Lou, I got to ask you a serious question. Would you think the leak was in this room or out of this room?
I think the leak was out of this room, actually. If I'm going to do something like that, there's going to be a purpose to it. I mean, I'm like, you can accuse me of a lot of things. Being a dumb man, it's not one of them.
He's Pinocchio, and his nose would have already broken the camera.
If I'm lying, you can tell.
Give that man another drink.
That's a 12 blockbuster fight.
You got it. Cheers. The Super Tournament. Cheers,
Abraham versus Taylor, Froch versus Dirrell. The tournament begins Saturday, October 17th at 8 on Showtime. And on the next Fight Camp 360, see the aftermath of the first two fights and go inside the Kessler and Ward camps as they prepare for the final bout of Stage 1.
That bell rings, be ready to work.
Fight Camp 360 Inside the Super 6 World Boxing Classic continues.